Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 18 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and today we are here with most of our players. We have Kyle, Mac, Roshan. Oh my god,
No! Hey, you've crossed the streams.
I literally wrote Roshan on my list of people's names.
He's taken over the player.
Playing Roshan. We have
Josh is just dead to her since rooting for
Josh is dead. It's only Roshan now. And we have Krista. Frank will not be with us tonight, but don't you worry. I'm sure Tordrekt will get into some shenanigans on his own. So we'll find out about that. I will give us a quick recap of what happened last time, and then I think we are ready to jump into it. I glance at the chat. Everybody says beach episode. Maybe today's your beach episode. Last episode, you had escaped the vines, which was around the perimeter of the Valley of Odin. While outside of these vines, Gorbjorn and Fen attempted to leave the party. A conflict ensued after it seemed that something was wrong. We find out that Gorbjorn and Fen were both possessed by ghosts. Two high-looking elven ghosts, very slender, strong features, a very intense elven appearance, not very akin to modern elf aesthetics. The group is free from these ghosts who leave, quickly disappearing into the ether. The party begins their trek towards Arentoft. During this time, they talk to each other. They enjoy the fact that they are now outside of the Valley of Odin, that they can actually breathe and the wind is not scarring their faces, and they couldn't possibly freeze to death in the night if they took their jackets off. So it's an experience of getting to actually live again that they've been missing out on for weeks. Along this way, people talk to each other, people catch up, people decompress and do what they need to now that they're out of this intense environment. And along the way, after a few days of travel, arrive at Arentoft, a coastal community that is right by the beach. Half the party instantly runs towards the water. We lose Tordrekt, Saga, and Bragi, who all go straight to the beach. Bragi and Tordrekt both lose their clothes instantly and go into the water. One of them very excited and happy to be there. One of them kind of looking like they're just like walking into the void.
I wonder who's who.
I wonder which one's which. Saga's there building sandcastles. The rest of the group goes into Arentoft, which they see as a mostly human and dwarf community. They make their way through, getting directions from a little girl who says that she is not allowed to go to Dagwood's house or be anywhere around that or be heard talking about Dagwood, but gives you directions anyways and tells you about the inn tavern combo of Undertow, and it's known for its buxom. The group makes their way, part of the group, Roshan splits off to look for something. Part of the group makes their way to Dagwood's home, which is in disrepair. The door is answered by a mostly covered goblin who tries to ask them to leave, cannot hold the door back, runs inside of this kind of cluster of items and papers and books that just are in piles in the room, taking up 90% of the house, barely a pathway to run down. Nana pursues this little goblin man who screams for Dagwood the whole way through, and is then presented with the 6-foot-tall, dark-haired woman, mostly exposed flat chest and like strong jawline, looks down at her and introduces themselves as Dagwood. As Dagwood's not muscular or like physically imposing. She is certainly tall, but it's not like she has a weapon on her back or like a scowl on her face, but there's just a presence as she looms over you, and you see you're basically alone in this house. Your friends did not follow you. Nana stands alone in front of Dagwood. You can see off to the side the little goblin person who's catching books that had fallen when Dagwood flung a door open. But you are now standing face to face with this woman who I described last episode as having on a black robe. That is incorrect. The robe is red. Not that it's super important, but it's important to me. And that is where we are going to pick back up with Nana staring up at Dagwood, who kind of looks down at you, a bit quizzical, raises an eyebrow as they look you over.
Hello. I'm Nana Hemming. I am.
Oh, my condolences. I'm sorry, was that fast? My apologies. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I can hear producer. Could you please moot?
Mr. Producer.
Moot. Mr. Producer. Yeah, Dagwood says, my condolences. And then is like, oh, was that too quick?
How did you know?
Oh, I was informed that if I met you, Ave would more than likely be dead.
I see. Presumably by Ave, yes?
Oh, yes. I don't know anyone else in Ave's circle, per se.
Well, would that we had met under better circumstances, Dagwood, but it is nice to meet you nonetheless.
Yes. Do you make a habit of, running into people's homes?
No. Case of mistaken identity, I'm afraid. Ave neglected to actually mention what Dagwood may actually look like. And I'd never met you before, obviously, so, it was, perplexing, when we knocked upon Dagwood's home and, small person answered the door and, fled inside, and we've been on a very long journey, and things haven't gone as they should have.
Maybe they have. This is Morden. And motion to the little goblin man, who you see is now, like, put down books and is, like, trying to find something you think is, like, a weapon. Like, picks up something. It's fine, Morden. These are not, government officials. I'm not sure if you could tell by the appearance. And you see Morden, like, squints up at you. They all look the same.
I am sorry. I very much am. It was not the first impression I would have liked to give, but it won't happen again. And Morden, it's nice to meet you as well.
Morden, shake her hand. Morden kind of just, like, looking up at you, sort of, like, bowed up the best he can. And then, like, like, reaches up a little hand and, like, shakes it, like, kind of, like, very limply.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's doing his best. Is he here?
Yes. Outside, actually.
Well, you found your way in. Lead the way out, please.
Certainly. My friends are waiting outside as well. And Nana will make her way back towards the door. Sheepish, but, you know, relieved.
Dagwood follows behind you, very easily, like, navigating, not bumping into a single thing. As you make your way,
that's amazing.
Kind of impossible not to. As you're like, oh, sorry. You have to kind of push things and, like, put them back and a little bit.
Oh, no.
You make your way to the door, and it's just Fen and Gorbjorn and the sled, which has Ave on it, which is covered in coats. Could Fen and Gorbjorn give me perception checks, please, as you stand outside?
I need dice for that.
Generally speaking, one does need dice for a tabletop role-playing game.
My dice.
14.
It's a natural, so probably a 17.
Okay. As you guys stand there, kind
Oh,
of
damn, 19, sorry.
Ooh. As you both stand there kind of awkwardly outside of Dagwood's home, you realize that, first off, everybody who walks by looks dead at you, acknowledges the fact of, like, where you are, and then, like, speeds up. And both of you catch this for a split second. It's so minor. But one man who walks by looks a little confused that people are here. And then you see he looks over at your sled, and you see his face change a bit, and then he picks up the pace and kind of catches back up into, like, the ebb and flow of the crowd. And that's at the point when Dagwood and Nana come back to the door. Hello, I'm Dagwood.
This is
Well met,
Ave's
Dagwood.
friend whom we were sent to find.
Well met, Dagwood. Nana, there are people looking at us, and it's not just me being overly anxious by being in a town. These people are looking at us like we don't belong here.
No, you probably don't. First visitors. Exciting. Is that him?
Yes.
I do not think you will be able to get your sled inside.
We thought as much. Would we be able to perhaps carry him inside?
That would be appreciated.
Gorbjorn?
Yeah, I can pick them.
Thank you.
I'll move some stuff and carry this tarp of a human body inside.
All right, if you all could follow me inside. Try not to knock anything over.
And Nana does kind of like, just as an aside to Fen and Gorbjorn mention very quietly, you do want to be very careful. There's rather a lot in there to bump.
Dagwood turns and starts to make their way in. You can see now that Dagwood has made some space between you. You can see Dagwood's not wearing any shoes. It's just basically only this robe and nothing else. And it's incredibly casual for letting people into your home. It is not, it's a little, it's a little much. Just makes their way through. I would like everybody entering the house to give me acrobatics, please. Gorbjorn, disadvantage.
Oh no!
Oh, one was really good.
No!
Acrobatics,
Uh-huh.
a 7.
23.
Uh-huh. Nana. Oh, good. I love it. So you all start making your way in, and Fen, it's just like making your way through the trees, through the branches, through the underbrush. It's just like, it's books and papers and doodads, but I'm gonna pretend it's trees. And you make your way through just fine. You don't touch a single thing, and kind of you follow Dagwood's lead, who is stepping in very particular spots, avoiding bumping into anything.
I imagine I'm following Nana because...
Oh, Nana's not doing
That's
well.
not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
Can I catch the thing she knocks over with my decent
Oh,
roll?
please.
Oh, the something.
Please.
Oh,
Please.
sweet.
No, but Fen would not be following this stranger into the stranger's house. Fen would be cowering behind Nana, so...
Oh yeah,
Aw.
no, but sadly with this nat 1, I must do what I must do.
Okay.
I understand. The dice gods have spoken.
Maybe people could help. You all make your way in. Nana in the front. We'll say Fen behind, and then Gorbjorn in the back. Gorbjorn, as you're walking, you have an extra body with you. So it's near impossible. You knock over almost everything you come across.
Oh, God.
And
Ugh.
from on like a tall tower of books is like a globe, which is knocked over, and like bashes into Nana, and Nana falls into a huge pile of things off to the side.
Oh God!
And disappears into like the void of things.
Ah!
It's like a ball pit, but of papers and books and sort of sink in.
Lost forever.
Dagwood seems completely unfazed and has yet to stop walking. But you can see Morden looks furious. Morden
no.
just, you can see his eyes just squint and just angry as you can see his little hands clenched together.
So sorry.
Nana, while you're in there,
Yeah.
would you go ahead and roll me perception while you're in this pile of stuff?
This ball pit of papers. Are you?
Is it another one? Because that's great.
I'm gonna fucking retire this set if this happens again. It's fine.
You start to look around and you see like a small kind of figurine, a statue of something you've never really seen before. And as you look at it, like a book straight to the face. And then when you kind of look back, it has fallen out of the way somewhere.
Oh no.
I'm assuming with some assistance, you are able to slowly kind of be pulled out, almost like a quicksand. Just you're pulled out of this. Dagwood is waiting towards the back of the room by a door. And when you guys eventually get to her, she opens it and begins to lead you upstairs. The stairs are not any less precarious. And as she starts to walk up, the fifth one is broken. Please avoid stepping on it. And you watch as she steps over the fifth step.
Interesting. Okay.
Easy enough for all of you to avoid the fifth step. Not that hard. Not as many things in the stairwell. You're brought up to the second landing, which you see is not as cluttered, but by normal standards, incredibly cluttered. There is a desk in the center, which kind of the path leads to, and then a couple other paths off to bookcases and different other like realms of studying. You can see that it leads to like kind of a balcony, but there is stuff in front of it, so you don't know how easy it is to get out there. But if you look to the window, you can see the balcony faces the ocean. She makes her way ahead and goes over to a secondary table, which she kind of brushes things off of kind of haphazardly. If you could put him here, that would be great. Thank you.
Gently plop him on him.
You see Dagwood staring at Ave. Right. Goes over and picks up something akin to a small knife, like a scalpel, and begins to cut the tarp away until Ave is fully out of the cocoon you all had made for him for protection in the valley. He looks almost exactly the same. He just looks very pale. A little bit gaunt, but not. He almost just looks like he's sleeping, but you know that's not the case. You watch as Dagwood kind of runs a hand over Ave's cheek. All right. He looks old.
Yeah. He got old.
For some reason, I didn't think he'd do that.
Yeah. I didn't either.
Well, I'll keep him here. This is going to take me some time. It's a lot of work.
If there's anything that we can get for you or do for you to help.
What if I asked for something irrelevant? Something not related to this?
Sure. I mean, I did rather make a terrible mess of your downstairs. I feel
That's
it's the
all.
least I could do.
That's more of Morden's problem. It's all of my things, but he made the pathway, which I thought was very nice of him. Come back tomorrow, and I will have something that I would like you to do. I'm going to get started on this. How did you know to come find me?
Ave left us a will. He mentioned you specifically. He wanted you to perform last rites for him.
Last rites. Interesting. Could I see the will?
Certainly. Nana will pull the scroll from her pocket and pass it to Dagwood.
Dagwood looks over it. Right. Friend, interesting. All right. I want to be straight with you. I would not consider this last rites, but I will do them. He asked me specifically what he wanted. I suppose you could consider it a last rite. It is not the norm. It is not what one would normally do for last rites. But he's different, so what can I say?
May I ask what exactly it is he wants you to do? I mean, everything about this is so different from normal. I don't know.
Let me get started.
Of course.
And I think we can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I insight her?
Sure. What are you looking for anything in particular?
Just about like how she's going to be treating his body, like if she has like an ulterior motive behind this, or if she's actually following the will of Ave.
Okay. Go ahead and roll insight.
15.
You look over Dagwood. You don't get the sense of ulterior motives. That's not something that you think that she's going to do something that Ave doesn't possibly want. It doesn't seem like she has a separate plan. That does not seem to be apparent. But she seems oddly forward with specific information and less forward with other information. So that's a little weird, but it's a weird kind of juxtaposition of, oh, here's a bunch of this, but not that at all.
Okay.
But nothing ulterior motive-wise. I heard there's a good tavern. I've never been, so I can't say much. Once again, my condolences.
Thank you.
I will perform these last rites, as he'd like to refer to them as. I will also, it does not request this in the will, but I shall also do something to help protect the body best I can. The fact that you have traveled this long and through the valley without corruption setting in, commendable.
It wasn't easy, but we did everything we could.
I'm sure not. What's the most interesting thing you found there?
Well, honestly, it would have had to be the village of, oh no. It's gone from my head. Thank you. The village of, Loxodons, living on the side of the mountain. I would not have expected to see a thriving any kind of civilization in the Valley of Odin, but they'd made it a home.
Interesting.
Also found a god.
Much more interesting. Tell me about that.
Well,
Bit of a prick, actually.
In your opinion, Fen.
He held me.
Yes, he also held Gorbjorn.
No, this was a different situation.
All
He
right, yes, I
restrained
understand
me,
that.
and
Okay,
never
that's
mind. I'll
neither
not
here
bicker
nor
with you
there.
in front of new friends.
So this god. Who?
Broggy.
Oh, how interesting. Dagwood has seemed very chill and casual for kind of the high stakes of the situation of, a corpse. Perked up instantly. Is this god still with you?
No.
Well, he's sort of gone on his own
It's not
way,
with
I think.
me. Like,
Gorbjorn's like, I have no idea where he is.
Last I saw, I think he was headed towards the sea.
Near enough that I'm sure we'll see him again.
If you are able, I would like to meet him.
If he agrees to meet, then by all means. I don't think it would be prudent to do more than ask, but I certainly will.
Of course. Interesting. I've read books about the valley. Very scarce, not many of them. The fact that Broggy is alive, truly interesting. The people speak highly of the water. Don't go out too deep. Once again, there is a tavern. There's also a large fish market. I have not really been to any of these. I'm sure they are all lovely.
Don't think me terribly rude, but based on what you've said and what I've noticed around the town, it seems as though the townsfolk regard you with some suspicion.
They do not like me. And they really don't like Morden. I think they probably dislike me more than Morden, which I think speaks a lot. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm not well liked amongst government officials, and I am sure there are plenty of rumors that make me sound horrible.
I've heard none.
Well, that's good. I wouldn't want to hear them.
That's fair. I wouldn't share them.
Right. I will speak to you tomorrow. I have something that I would like in exchange. Because Ave gave me nothing to do this. And I feel like he does that a lot. I will speak to you tomorrow.
Certainly. Thank you again, Dagwood.
Goodbye, Nana Hemming. I'm not sure if I caught or have completely forgotten your friends' names.
Ben Varmascaria of Briarheart Forest.
I see. I've never been. And you?
Gorbjorn.
Understood. It was an experience to meet all of you. Thank you for bringing Ave and telling me about this god. I will speak to you tomorrow. Don't come early.
Okay.
Ben would like to be the last out of the room. The last besides Dagwood.
Okay, yeah, Dagwood seems like they're chilling. Morden, could you escort them? Morden takes the lead, kind of looks at you, Nana, and just kind of like a threat, just a silent threat of don't you dare.
I tried my best, I'm sorry.
Fen, you were the last one out of the room.
As soon as Nana is out of earshot, we lost him weeks ago. We've kept him as intact as we could. He'll not last much longer if he's not kept cold. Just take care of Nana's brother, please. And that's all. Just bow and leave.
Dagwood does not reply, but kind of like acknowledges you while you speak and then watches you go. You guys have Morden at the front who's leading the way, and he stops occasionally and like looks back and like double checks what everybody's doing. and then makes his way down. And he gets to the 5th step from the bottom, looks everybody dead in the eye, and then shows himself stepping over the 5th step and kind of like does it a couple times and then goes forward.
So like, how
Goblin thinks
broken
I'm an
is
idiot.
this step? So is it just like it's just like broken down like that, or?
You can see that it seems to be bent a bit inwards. It's not like missing, but it does look damaged. You just aren't sure how much. It seems they don't step on it, though. Uh-huh.
I will step on it.
Full weight?
Yes.
Hell yeah. You in the center, you
Okay, he only weighs like 300 pounds.
you in the center and you acknowledge it, and it's almost just a challenge been given. And
It's like Nana steps over, like just very, very gingerly steps over.
and you hear behind you, doosh, as Gorbjorn instantly falls through the steps and is like stuck at like, Gorbjorn, give me strength, would you?
Oh god.
Yeah. Natural 20.
So I will give you an option. You can either stop yourself from falling all the way through, or you can fall all the way through.
I'm gonna fall all the way through.
Gotcha. You just kind of watch him just woof, and he's gone. Just into the void. You fall about 10 feet, which is no problem for you, and you land in a dark stone room. And you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
Also, he's got that ring of truth. No, he
No.
gave it back
Saga
to
has
Saga.
it.
Never mind. Ooh, never mind.
You look around you, and you see that you stand in a room with unlit candles and carvings upon the wall of a large snake. Meanwhile, at the beach!
Woo! Beach time!
Saga, you sit next to the water, building sandcastles.
I'm building a temple to Lady Cedar using my mold earth and my amazing creative skills. I can change the color and the shape of it. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, you have a game plan in mind. You
Oh,
have
I do. There's a moat.
very lofty goals, but achievable because of your natural talent. In the water is Tordrekt, almost like a sea creature. You see him dive under and then pop back up, and he like fully breaches the water and then like lands, like body surfing the wave. Little dwarf tush, very very visible as he just sort of rides through the water, and you've seen him pretty happy the whole time. This is another level.
I hold up a 10.
Pure joy.
Broggy also took off his clothes and went into the water, and instead of the jovial sort of playing, Broggy just sort of walks in until he is fully submerged. He just kind of walks out, and he stays under for like just a moment.
When he's like this far, I'm like, you doing all right?
I'm returning to the sea.
He kind of gives you like a thumbs up. He's like, and then just like fully submerges, and stays under for a moment. He eventually comes back out, and he sort of stands in the water for a while, just sort of staring off into the distance. So it's just the very stark contrast of just deep in the void and then body surfing, as Tordrekt is in his element.
Interesting.
While you are building, the wind blows and you're thinking how cold that water must be.
Yeah.
And as the wind kind of blows in front, it pushes your hair a bit in your face, and you push it back, and you hear giggling. You hear like a woman giggling, and
Lady Satyr.
You look around, and you see now that like if you focus, you can see these little specks floating through the air, almost like light hitting dust, but you can see that they're different colors and shapes. And you see standing by the edge of the water is a fawn woman with little goat legs, no shirt. You watch as she kind of slowly steps forward, following like the ebb of the sea, and then like when it starts to come back, she like screams and like runs away from it, and then continues to like kind of step forward slowly and follow it, and then like giddy scream when it like chases her back.
Oh, well, I'll tell Lady Satyr that I'll continue the temple after, and I step up and I go up to her. Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
She turns towards you. Hello.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Loria. Loria
Okay.
Longwalks.
Sorry, what? Long
Longwalks.
Walks. Oh, that's a very interesting name. I'm Saga Bloom. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well, Saga. And she reaches out and her hand passes through yours.
Oh my! What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had been talking mostly to Gorbjorn, and I forget that I can't touch you guys.
You were speaking with Gorbjorn? Oh, did you just get here?
No, I've been here for a while, and then you ask him questions about me, and I try to answer them even if they're weird.
Well, no, because he was talking to Lady Satyr, and then she was answering me.
You see she kind of slow blinks at you. Oh,
I slow blink back.
I remember a conversation where Gorbjorn asked me if I was Lady Satyr, and I said, I am a Lady Satyr, and then he said that I am Lady Satyr, and it's very formal.
Oh, well, I believe there must be a misunderstanding. I was speaking about Lady Satyr, my goddess. I show her my symbol. This is Lady Satyr's symbol. She gives me visions and prophecies and quests.
Wow.
It's very, very nice. You should get to know her. She's very wonderful. But are you dead? Why are you a ghost? Or
Oh, yes, I am dead.
I apologize for that.
That's okay. It happened a long time ago, I think. But I asked Gorbjorn if he would get me out, and he said he would show me the ocean, and I think I upset him.
Oh, do you think so?
He did not want to talk to me anymore, and then he told me to stay away, and then he gave you the ring, and that means I can't talk to him.
Oh my, that doesn't seem like Gorbjorn. He's not like that. You know, he's been a little strange lately since he got possessed. That might be what happened. I'm sure he didn't.
I tried to tell you that there was something happening, but I didn't know that ghosts could do that until I saw those ghosts do that. So I didn't think they were a problem. So I did that to your friend who's naked in the ocean, and tried the dwarf.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And I tried to tell you, but I really didn't know what was going on, and I don't know if he's upset that I could not help him.
Understandable. I'm sure it's fine. I've fallen into situations like that too. You just don't know what to do, and it's very overwhelming.
It is, and not everyone can see me, and it's very hard. I was in that place for a long time.
Oh, that's kind of like how I can see the visions, but nobody else can. And I need to follow the visions, but nobody else knows that I can see them, so then it's very difficult to explain that I have the visions.
The only one who can see them, how do you know they're real?
Because Lady Satyr gives them to me, and she's never steered me wrong before, and I've always finished the quests, and the good things always happen, and they always turn out exactly as I see them.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does.
I will tell you if I see a Lady Satyr. I guess I am not her. I am not a god, I'm sorry.
Hmm. Well, that's all right. It's nice to know you. What are you doing here?
I don't know. I wanted to get out because I didn't know how to leave. And now I'm here and I don't know what to do. So I just kind of kept following you and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go.
Well, see, when I'm not sure about something, I usually ask Lady Satyr. So why don't we ask her and see if she can help you out? Because I mean, she's a goddess. I'm sure she could help you. You're a ghost, but she's a goddess. So
Okay,
okay,
we can ask.
okay. You can't hold things, can you? Are you able to?
Sometimes if I'm really, really upset, I can, but that doesn't really happen, so I can't really just hold things normal.
Okay. Well, I'll hold the symbol then, and you can just sit with me, and Saga will carve a little circle into the ground and make a big old lady satyr symbol in it, and kneel on one side. And okay, you sit on the other side.
Okay. She kind of sits down in the sand, like mimicking how you're sitting.
And I sit and I get into pray and I hold her symbol. Hello, excuse me, Lady Satyr. I'm here with Loria Longwalks, and we would like to know if you can help her. She's a ghost and she's dead, but it's okay. She's all right with it. But she would like to know what to do next, and if you could help her out. Thank you. I think that's it.
Go ahead and roll religion for me.
Okay. 17. What? Okay.
You pray, asking for guidance in this situation. And you look out to the sea. And you listen to the sound of the waves, and that's all you hear for a moment is just the sound of waves around you. And then it's almost like you're pulled back in, and the world kind of comes back to you. Not really given much of an answer, but a strange moment. So you're not sure, you can interpret how you would like, if at all.
Well, Loria, Lady Satyr answered me.
Mm-hmm.
She was a tad bit cryptic. She is usually. Um, I think she wants me to help you out and figure it out on my own because that's how I usually do things, so that would make sense. Well, you know what? You know how we finished this last time? With Bragi, I gave him these drops, and she'll go into her bag and she'll get out her drops. And can I open your eyes? She'll try to put those into Loria's eyes.
You attempt to put the drops into her eyes, and you watch as they kind of drop into the sand through her body. But there is a bit of like a shimmer as it passes through her, and she's like, I don't know if anything happened. Does something happen?
Well, usually yes, but I've never tried it on a ghost, only a god and myself. I'd assume it's different for each. I think you're just gonna have to. Is it alright if you just hang out with us for a little bit longer?
Yeah, I think that's okay. I like being around people. I think that's nice because I was by myself for a very long time, and then I saw Gorbjorn could see me, and but I was nervous because I hadn't talked to anyone in a long time.
I totally understand. I was on my own for a very long time as well until I met these guys, and it's been so much more fun with them.
I agree. I'm having a lot of fun, even if she looks out to the ocean. Even if this is maybe one of the scariest things I have ever seen. It is very big. Oh boy.
Oh, it's fine. I woke up when I first well, I guess when I woke up and became Saga, or I don't know, when I woke up, I came out of the ocean, so I'm sure it's probably safe.
Well, you seem very nice.
Oh, thank you. So do you. Would you want to try to swim? We could try.
Okay, I will follow you, but if I get scared, I may run back.
Well, I will do my best to protect you.
Okay.
But I mean, if you think about it, you're already dead, so there's nothing really bad that could happen to you.
Not that I know of.
Yeah. And then, yeah, no, Saga will try to play in some waters.
Yeah, you guys make your way into the water. She takes her time and she kind of like watches you, and there's like a little bit of hesitation, and eventually she makes her way in. Broggy eventually makes his way out, and he kind of just grabs his pants off the ground and puts them on, and he kind of sits in the sand. He goes over to your bag and pulls out. I've lost it. What's the name of your instrument?
Oh, dulcimer? Yeah.
I was just like, it was gone. Pulls out your dulcimer, and he looks over and you can see he acknowledges you, and it looks like he acknowledges Loria. And then he looks over to Tordrekt, and starts playing, just kind of relaxes in the sand and begins to play. You watch as Tordrekt kind of wades his way a bit into the shallows. He looks like he's trying to catch one of the waves. And you watch as kind of a mound of water moves up in front of him, a bit taller than him, and begins to shape itself out in the shape of a woman's body. And the woman stands before Tordrekt and extends a hand to him. Tordrekt, in awe, stares up at her as if he's seen the most beautiful thing in the world. You watch as he takes the hand of this watery woman, and they begin to dance through the shallows, as Broggy plays and watches them.
Oh.
And you watch as the woman, you can see that there's like red sort of flowing through the hair, like when that particular sort of like seaweed algae kind of gets into the water. So the hair is red and flowing, and she leans down, and it looks like she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and she stays there momentarily. And you watch Tordrekt nod, and he looks to her and then watches as she like moves back into the water. He kind of starts to quickly rush his way out. I have to do something. I will be back. I promise. Don't worry about it. You guys have fun. He's just like shuffling his way back to shore.
What was that? Was that your lady?
Yes, that was one of them. Oh, this is so exciting. You watch as he runs out and he starts trying to like pull his clothes on, but he's like wet and they're sandy, and he's doing his best.
I'm so excited for you. Best of luck on your first prophecy.
Thank you. Tell the others that I'll be back. So, no problem. Ooh, and he just looks so excited and giddy as he starts to run his way down the edge of the beach and makes his way away. And Broggy just kind of like watches as he like strums the dulcimer.
That's amazing. I was so excited just like that when I got my first prophecy. I wish I could meet Lady Satyr like that, though. That would be amazing. Oh, man. Oh,
Well,
that's so
I hope you meet this god satyr. That would be nice for you.
Mm-hmm. It would be. Oh, Broggy. Do you know anything about Loria? Or how to help her?
I haven't done a lot with, it really wasn't my area of expertise. Ghosts beyond the grave, a sort of situation. But I will see if I can think of something.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna head back to the rest of the group. I kind of miss them. And now that Tordrekt's gone, it's not that you're not wonderful company. I'm just a little lonely.
I understand I'm probably not the best company, and that is all right.
No, you're wonderful, Broggy. Your playing is very nice. I just like to be around a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people, because then I get a little bit stressed out, and then I might explode. But it's as long as it's just like close friends.
Well, I'm going to come with you if that's all right. I'm not.
course.
I haven't been to a town in quite some time.
It'll be good.
He goes over and he like kind of shakes the sand off of his shirt and he pulls it back on. And Loria kind of like, he watches, she sort of skips around the edge of the ocean as she follows you. And but all of you start to make your way into Arentoft. Roshan, you go into your first seedy alleyway, and the guy there insists that he does not sell anything of the sort. And that's when you cross paths with Fen earlier and make your way out. Would you like to keep looking?
Roshan would, yes, like to keep looking, but also check out the town bar along the way.
Okay.
If he finds that first.
Okay. Roll perception, please.
That's a 23.
Ooh, so much looking. You make your way through. You find Undertow. It's currently afternoon, so it's not incredibly packed. You see some people talking outside. You see a guy who, like, if you were gonna pick people to like, who's the seediest in the area? There's a guy who kind of fits into what you have a mental image of what you are looking for.
I'm profiling.
Yeah. You profile, this guy seems to fit.
I would approach him and ask if he is a. Does he deal in medicinal herbs?
He kind of looks at you. Medicinal, like goatweed and shit like that.
I'm personally looking for onset.
He kind of like looks around quickly. I guess you got lucky with who you're asking. Not that I haven't. But I hope you haven't asked a lot of people.
No.
Yeah. Onset's illegal here.
I know.
Oh, you're bold. Shit. Be careful, they enforce real hard here.
All right.
I've heard rumors. But then again, all rumors because I don't partake in drugs. There's
Got it.
You'll notice it because it looks like shit. There's a dilapidated house. I've heard you can get weird shit from there. That's all I know.
So you're saying you don't have any of it?
No, I'm saying I don't have any of it.
All right, good to know. I will flip him a silver.
Holy shit, if you have any other questions, come back anytime.
Will do, and then I will head into the bar.
Okay. You go inside. It's a good mixture of humans and trolls. Trolls. Oh no, in dwarves, there's no troll. There's one big troll in the corner.
What are you looking at?
It just glares at you, and you're like, oh. Mostly
Glares at you over his cup of tea.
Yeah, he's just there for a nice afternoon tea. Mostly humans and dwarves, and you see at the bar a dwarven woman, large breasts pushed up under her chin, barely contained within like her corset and shirt. And she has like very big hair and a very like she has tanned skin and kind of a curly beard, which you can see has beads threaded through it. Dark eye and lip makeup as she looks around, and she kind of like gives you a wave when you enter as she's like filling somebody's drink.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What are you most proud of behind the bar? High proof.
Let me think about that. She kind of glances herself over. That's first. Secondly would be, she kind of turns and like runs over the bottles. She grabs one and pulls it down. This right here would be about 5 copper a cup.
Well, would you share a drink with me? And I'll put a few silver on the bar.
I think that's doable. And she like bites and like pulls the cork off of the bottle and gets 2 glasses and fills one for you and herself. She kind of gives you a nod. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm sure I'll be back later, but and he takes the whole thing in one. And he says, I was actually hoping maybe you'd seen someone who looks like me, or heard about a woman coming through town. Her name's Rosetta. We've got a strong family resemblance.
I see. She kind of looks you over. I really hate disappointing customers, but sorry to say, I don't think I have.
Roshan keeps his cool decently and says, thanks anyway. I guess I'll see you another time. And then he will head out of the bar for the strange house on the edge of town.
All right, you start making your way to the strange house, holding back the tears in your eyes and the lump in your throat. Meanwhile, back in said spooky house, Gorbjorn, you fell through the steps and are now standing in a room, which roll religion for me.
Oh boy!
We all know you're a holy man.
12.
Okay, you understand that this is some sort of religious room. You're like, okay, this looks like religious shit. I've seen it before. You're like, candles, kind of an altar. Like you're thinking of it together. You rack your brain for a moment of, do I know any snake gods? None living that you can think of. You look around and it seems like a pretty well-used room. You can see that there are things that you would consider relics of what looks like the image of a large snake. And there are some texts and books set up. It's very neat in this room compared to the rest. It is incredibly neat and clean in here. You see your friends look at you from like the whole. You hear Morden fucking scream as rage echoes through the house.
They're going to be killed as guests in the house of a friend of my brother. Will you please?
You watch as Morden like runs past the steps you guys are on, takes a turn, pulls back a curtain, looks at all of you as the curtain closes, kind of like a don't move. And you watch as he begins to run down a second set of steps.
Nana's gonna kind of like peek
Come
down. Nana's gonna peek down the hole in the stairs, just to kind of. She's kind of putting 2 and 2 together.
You peek down over the edge. Morden certainly does not heed what you say and continues onwards. He runs down the steps, closing the door behind him. Gorbjorn, you hear little feet pattering down steps towards you.
Also, rather rude of you to just call him Goblin. How would you like to be just called Elf?
Gorbjorn, is there anything you want to do?
Is there... Instinctually, I would go for anything shiny.
God damn it, Gorbjorn.
I gotta tell you, a lot of it's shiny, man.
Oh, boy.
Gold, a lot of gem inlays, you know?
Oh, okay.
We're going to be cursed and we're going to die.
Something minuscule, like maybe like a gem off the wall or something, but like No, I'd be bold about it too. So it'd probably.
Oh my god. Asshole.
Ben would follow Morden down the stairs.
You
Does
And
not
try the
see
door.
Fen going?
I'll just grab the closest thing to me, whatever it may be.
Let's see what the closest thing to you is. The first thing you see is a necklace with this snake that is... The necklace is basically the winding body of this snake with gems set on it like scales. You grab that quickly. What do you do with it?
Can I
Putting
see
it
Gorbjorn?
in my pocket.
Oh
You
my
shove it
god.
into your pocket. Nana, I'm gonna let you roll perception, but it's gonna be a disadvantage because this room is not very well lit, and he stepped
Okay.
away from the light.
And you're covering the
Alright.
only light inside.
Yeah.
That would also make sense. That's fair. At disadvantage. Ah, damn it! Oh, the better one was in nat 20. Where was that earlier? Ugh, fine. The worst one is 7.
Yeah, you cannot see.
That's fine.
Morden, like, as he's running down the steps, screaming,
Oh god.
he's, like, waving back at you, Fen, like, no! No!
Wait. Our friend might be hurt. Just chill. Just
Your
relax.
friend is dumb! And makes his way down the steps and basically kicks the door open.
Oh god.
And he marches his way over to you, as imposing as this guy who's like 1/3 your height can be.
Oh god.
He kind of like bows up in front of you, and he stares you down. Did you touch anything?
I'll take off my helmet, revealing I'm an orc to him. I'm like,
What is this room?
Roll intimidation.
Oh my god.
18.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
He stares up at you, almost like less fear, more awe. As he stares up at you. Praying room, please leave. Personal.
Okay, and then I'll leave.
Thank you. Avoid
Oh my
step.
god.
He's gonna take a look around the room real fast.
Oh god.
Kind of gives like a nod, and then he's going to follow you both out, and he's gonna close the door behind him. Walk up.
Nana's gonna pull her head out as she hears people leaving the chamber down there. Even if she can't see down there, she can hear.
I turn up. You should get that stair fixed. God, stair fixed.
Well, now we have to. You broke like 2 of them.
I'm so sorry, Morden. We'll leave. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're going as we speak, aren't we, boys?
Yes, we'll go. Come on.
I'm putting back on my helmet. Like,
Yeah, you all are ushered out by Morden. The door is opened. You all are kind of unceremoniously sort of ushered out, and the door slams behind you.
That could have gone better.
it went great.
What were you thinking, truly?
I'll like try to like poke out some of the necklace. It's like,
What on earth? Why?
Belongs to Dagwood.
Well,
She's a
well,
friend of ours.
This is an ally.
we'll talk later. Let's
Yes,
get
we
out of
will
here.
talk later. Nana's going to grab Gorbjorn by the ear and
My
drag.
helmet?
Yes,
Grab the
whatever.
helmet.
By like
Like
the
a chin
helm of the
strap.
helmet, whatever part, and just drag him along. Grab the sled. We're going to the inn. We're going to get a room, and we're going to talk this over.
Oh look, it's Ro.
Roshan, I'm going to give you a chance, if you would like to not be seen. Would you like to not be seen?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Go ahead and roll me stealth.
I was seen.
Okay. You
Oh,
watch
look, it's Ro.
it kind of like be casual and just like, oh hey. Yeah, you all notice Roshan making his way towards where you guys are.
Oh, Sean, hello. Unfortunately, we've just spoken with Dagwood and made a bit of a mess.
Oh, is this the house that I was expecting?
Yeah, you look at it and you're like, yep.
All right. I needed to ask. That's Dagwood's house.
It is, yes. We just spoke with her about Ave's last rites.
Oh, well, then there's another matter I wish to discuss with her. Don't wait up for me. I can make a good impression.
Gorbion, would you like me to make introductions?
Gorbion will do nothing of the sort. Gorbion will be going back to the inn.
Roshan, would you like me to make introductions?
Did you all make a
Honestly,
good impression?
Oh, most
Yeah.
of
No.
us did.
No, decidedly not on any part of any element of the occasion, no.
Gorbion, get the sled.
All right.
Got it.
Well, I'll circle the block and leave the introduction up to myself.
All right.
I
Very
think
well.
that would be best.
Okay. So three
But
of
if you want some backup, you're welcome to ask, but...
It should just be a quick thing. I'll catch you guys. Undertow it's a great bar.
Do you mind my asking, Ro? What is it that you wanted to ask Dagwood about?
Just wanted to ask if she needed any help with the body.
Well, she did ask for us to, well, I suppose me, I don't know. At least me, maybe us, to return tomorrow, for that purpose.
Oh, well, I was actually interested in her process. If she's a colleague of Ave, then she probably has something to teach me.
Can I insight that a little bit?
Sure.
Sure.
Didn't roll shit this time. I'm amazed. 17?
I rolled a 17 and it's also a half truth.
Yeah, it seems we're at a standstill. Nana, do you think?
No. I rolled a 17 on the die plus 5 deception.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, Nana, are you just maybe a little suspicious? Maybe. You've never heard interest about this before, but the thing is, it's not that weird.
Yeah, true.
I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, and Ro definitely had strong connections with Ave, and yeah, it makes sense that he would want to touch base with somebody who knew him. So, all right, I guess that checks out. All right, just yeah, do maybe circle the block twice to be safe, and be very, please, for the love of Golveg, please be careful when you go in, and please don't knock anything over, and please be nice to Mordin. Don't ask questions, just... If it's still there...
Yeah, and the fourth step.
All right. Good to know.
I need a drink. I'm going to the Undertow. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Sounds good. If you need, just start a tab under my name. I've got the money.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Ro.
All
Take
right.
care, all right?
The three of you make your way towards Undertow. Roshan, you wait a moment, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he would actively go in the opposite direction and like circle a block before knocking on the door again.
Yeah, you make your way up. The first thing that hits you is the very intense smell of like incense and spices. You see the rope dangling in front of the door.
I will ring a ding ding.
You ring the bell, and you hear little bells jingling inside, and you hear just an exasperated, just ah! as the door
We have ruined this poor boy.
is flung open, and then looks at you, and his eyes get wide. You see this hidden goblin. It looks at you and grabs the door and starts to close it again. As he starts to close it, Dagwood may or may not be present currently. I do not know the best time to return. Please do not. Thank you.
I would like to, as he's closing the door, just palm a handful of gold coins at him.
How many?
5 gold coins.
You drop 5 gold coins in front of him.
Oh, I don't drop them. I just kind of like hold out my hand with gold coins.
I see. You present these coins. So please do not take. And he kind of narrows in. Are you a lawman?
Nope.
Are you a government official?
No.
And he extends his hand up to you.
I will put one of the gold pieces in his hand.
And he starts to like on it pretty aggressively. Come in, close door.
Oh my.
I will do that and close the door behind me and say, first, I do have a question for Dagwood, but also I'm looking for some onset.
Dagwood! Dagwood! And the goblin starts to yell Dagwood's name, and you can hear the creak of floorboards above you, and that is where we are going to stop for our break today. So, guys, we're going to take a 10-minute break so you guys can go grab some snacks, do what you got to do. We'll be back in 10 minutes to continue our story to see if Roshan can find some drugs.
He's got to get his fix!
Listen, you know, we each of us have our vices, and this one is definitely, who knows, maybe it'll be a horrible problem later. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See you guys then. Welcome back to On the Backs of Gods. We just got back from our break, so thank you for sticking around, and if you're new, thank you for joining us. We left off with part of the group had found Dagwood and dropped off Ave's body for last rites after making fools of themselves, and also maybe stealing from Dagwood, who is helping them. Tordrekt runs after his goddess into the distance, so he's preoccupied. Saga makes friends with Loria the ghost, and they start to head back into town. Roshan on the search for onset, which is what he places into his tea, which led him to Dagwood's place, lying to his friends to an extent about why he's there. And he got inside by bribing Morden, the goblin at the entrance, who starts to call for Dagwood when he asks for onset. That's where we left off, is with Morden like, Dagwood! Dagwood! As he starts to make his way through, and he turns and he looks at you. Don't knock anything over.
I'll try my best.
You are in less of a hurry. There's not a lot of you, and also you're not carrying a body. So it is easy enough for you to walk through. Occasionally you'll bump something, but it's like, hey, just go back. So you're not in too much of a pickle. You don't have to worry about other people. And he makes his way through and gets to the stairwell, where you can see that 2 of the stairs are gone, and there is now a large gaping hole. Step over the 4th and 5th step.
Can do.
You watch he gets to it, and he hesitates a moment, and then he kind of like grabs the railing and sort of pulls himself along and up, because it's kind of a big step for him, missing 2 stairs in this stairwell. as he makes his way up. You follow behind. Are you going to glance into this hole, or are you just trying to avoid it?
Just trying to avoid the hole.
Gotcha. You make your way up. He kind of motions you to stop at the top of the steps, and then he looks inside. There's a guy. He gave me a gold. He says he wants onsen. Also, your friends broke the steps. And he turns and he looks at you. Okay, go in. And then he kind of sets up shop kind of on the other side of the door and like kind of waits for you to go in.
Roshan will kind of nod to him and then head into the room.
You see Dagwood kind of sitting on the edge of a table, a white drape over what you can only assume is Ave's body. The edge of their robe sort of like riding up as they look over to you. So, you're looking for drugs?
Yeah, it's been helping me sleep.
There are better things for sleeping, but I don't think you're interested in those. You are Roshan. My condolences.
Thank you.
Can I see?
See what?
She kind of motions at her neck. May I see?
Oh, I suppose Ave trusted you, right? And Roshan will start undoing buttons on his high collar and revealing some not overly intricate but heavy dark black tattoos, and like doesn't want to show off too much of it, like doesn't want to end up shirtless, but kind of waits for her to
how tall are you, Roshan?
Like 5'5", not very tall.
She stands up and the height of her just becomes very apparent as she walks over to you. She runs a hand over like your tattoo, like looking at and examining it. Ave told me about you in a letter once when you were younger.
Oh. Did he tell you about my sister?
Yes. Not recently, though. How is she?
She's been missing for 2 years.
I'm surprised you stuck around.
I didn't know what else to do. My mom needs someone to help her, and
does she?
Yeah.
But you are here now. All right. How interesting. Two halves of the same coin, you know? Not even opposite sides. Just coins snapped in two. These are lovely.
Thank you. I've never really shown anyone before.
Well, if this makes you more comfortable. She reaches down and grabs the edge of her robe, and she like hikes it up to expose most of her thigh, and you can see the beginnings of a dark black tattoo that arches, and it looks like it's in the shape and has the scales of a snake.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I can't show you the rest.
I can't imagine why.
Hmm.
I have been Ave's student for the last 10 or so years. Do you need any assistance here?
Ave's brother Nana has offered to do a job for me in exchange for this, I don't want to call it a job, this process. But it is not relevant to the job itself. If you are asking if I want assistance on what I must do for this, do you actually want to help, or are you being polite?
I want to help.
All right. I suppose there are things you can assist me with. Also, if we are still talking about drugs, those cost money.
I have a bit.
Morden? Morden comes in and is kind of holding like a small chest. And just kind of like eyeballs you and like sets it up on a table. How much?
How much will 6 gold get me?
You hear Morden like kind of like choke. And he comes over and he holds out his hand for the money.
I will give him the money.
Thank you. He's ecstatic about gold and deals and trade. He finds those interesting. He should be reading his books, but it's been a busy day. You watch as Morden like lifts the lid of the chest and starts to dig through, and kind of starts to fill a little satchel with a little scoop, and tightens it off, and gives it to you. I'll tell you how many grams you have later, how many doses.
How many grams?
How many grams you got? And hands it off to you. You watch as he like examines the money and like chews on each piece, and then kind of like gives you a look over and then like slams it shut and then slips outside of the room. Right. Let's get started. If you're interested, or if you needed to do something first, I understand the compulsion.
I should be okay.
If you are going to be a hindrance to me, go ahead and do it. If not, I trust you. And she goes over and pulls the tarp off of Ave. His clothes have been removed. And you can see that it looks like paint has started to be like put around his collar.
Roshan will assist to the best of his ability, and he won't really answer much in words because he's probably real choked up, but will assist and nod and...
Yeah. Mostly what you have been assisting with is this body paint, where she will walk over and she'll open a book and she'll place it in front of you and show you which images she wants and where she wants them, and gives you paint to work with. If you look at the paint, you can tell it looks like it's made from like ash and water is what it looks like. You start to work with that, and after you've finished a good like portion of the body in this paint, that is the section I feel comfortable having you assist me with, and it also made this more tedious section go by quicker.
Glad I could help. Thanks. Thank you.
Of course, I cannot tell if this was helpful or hurtful. So thank you or sorry.
And he will let himself out and take a nice leisurely stroll back to Undertow.
Okay. The other team has already probably made it to Undertow, certainly by now. You guys get inside of this tavern, where you can see maybe what this little girl was referring to when talking about they're known for their buxom because of the dwarven bartender and her huge pressed up chest. What would you guys like to do once you were there? Saga, you and Bragi are currently making your way inwards. Where do you think you would try to find? Or where do you think you'd try to go?
Oh, I don't even know where the Dagwood person is. I guess I'll just walk around town. I think I might get distracted and start shopping for trinkets. And then if I run into them while walking.
Okay. You start making your way around, looking for anything interesting. Could you roll perception for me real fast?
Sure. That is a 21.
21. So far, not too many knickknacks as you're starting to make your way through. Not a lot of trinkets, unless you want to pick up some fishing hooks. There seem to be a lot of fishing hooks about.
Well, yeah, I'll take a couple of those.
Yeah, you see one kind of sitting on the deck, which isn't at a store or anything. If you wanted to pick it up, and you can see that it seems to be a bit rusted from time, and it's kind of just a nice little orange color. You have this hook now. You're making your way around. Something that catches your eye is Bragi. He looks incredibly uncomfortable. He seems very tense. Kind of hands just closed in a fist, sort of as he walks through Aaron Toft. And while you all are walking, you come across Roshan, who is on his way to Undertow.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
He probably is a little bit sniffly, and says, you're heading to meet the others at Undertow?
I don't know what or where or who that is. I was just walking around. Is everything alright?
Yeah. Yep, everything's okay. Yeah, we were just going to meet at Undertow. I think they might have rooms. You might be able to sleep in an actual bed. Are you two... Do you want to meet everyone else there, or should I tell everyone?
Yeah. I guess I was kind of looking for everybody as well. Sure. Just Rashawn. Is it okay? Could I tell you something?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I would just like you to know, I don't know very much myself. I've walked around a lot and I've met a lot of people, but I haven't had very much interaction or experience. But I do like to talk to people, and so if you ever want to talk to me, I'd like to talk to you. Okay?
That sounds great, Saga. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's go find everybody. Oh, also, since you're a very good bard, but I haven't seen you play very many instruments. Do you play anything?
Yeah, I just haven't gotten my lyre out since the wedding.
Well, if you ever want to play an instrument together or something, then we could do that too.
Yeah. Maybe they need entertainment at the bar tonight.
Yeah, Bragi can join in, right, Bragi?
Yeah.
It seems like he kind of snaps back, to attention, that he's been acknowledged, and he gives a soft nod.
Oh no, just Saga looks so happy, and then these two sad boys.
Boys, let's go.
I'm like, all right, sad bards, let's go.
Me and Team Sad Bard.
Saga and the Sad Bards. That's the band.
Team Sad Bard starts to make their way towards Undertow. What are the other people doing when they get there? Things have started to pick up a bit now. A lot of people starting to fill into Undertow. The sounds of like talking and people and glasses clinking and movement. It's a bit warm in there. There's a nice fire going. What do you guys want to do?
Is it only a bar, or is it also an inn?
It is also an inn.
Nana will probably head towards, I don't know, the bar or the desk or wherever it looks like the proprietor is, so that she can inquire about rooms for the party, whether or not there are any rooms with multiple beds or if it has to be single bed apiece.
The very like large-chested dwarven woman kind of like leans over the bar. Hello there, how can I help you?
Hello. Well, we've just arrived into town, some friends of mine and I, and we were wondering if we might be able to get some rooms or a room. I'm not sure what sort of arrangement you have, but we do require some beds for the night.
Well, we have single bedrooms and we have 2 bedrooms. We also have food and drink. And if you're interested, we also have company.
Oh. I see. Well, put a pin in that.
If you
I
want.
do believe maybe later. Let me see. There's going to be Nana does some counting. And Mac actually has to do some actual counting on her fingers
There are
because
7
it's been
of
a
us.
long day.
of you.
It is 7.
Yeah. There's 7 people.
Oh, Nana.
7 people.
Nana.
Oh wait, did Saga make it?
Yeah, they all burst in behind you.
Hello, Saga.
Yes, hello. Oh, I forgot to tell you as well, Roshan. Tordrekt ran away with a giant water woman. I think it's one of his gods.
The wasps?
Yeah.
What?
She was made of waves and kelp, and she came up out of the water and spoke to him, and he said he had to go take care of some things, and then he'd be back.
Does he
Nana
need
will-
help?
I don't think so. He seemed. It's probably a prophecy or something.
Well, he's a big boy. He can.
Nana will turn back to the.
Yep. Go on.
Nana will turn back to the innkeeper and say, let us make that 6 beds, and I need a stiff drink, please.
And blood storage.
Are you looking for
Yes,
single beds or double beds?
Goodness. Well, how much for each?
Well, for the double beds, it's going to be 3 silver, and for the single bed, it's 5 silver.
All right.
And lucky you, the drink is 2 copper.
Oh, that is nice. All right then.
And for the pin's a gold piece.
All right. Nana is going to, let's see. Nana will work that out in her head a lot faster than I will because she knows gold currency and silver currency and copper currency a lot better than I do. 10 down to each. Gonna need... I guess it sort of depends on how the party wants to bed down. Nana sort of like, kind of like gestures the party in and asks, well, if we're short Tordrekt, then do we want to have some rooms to ourselves, or does anyone want to pair off?
That's one room for Fen and Gorbjorn.
I don't require much room for myself. I prop myself up in a corner wherever we do bed down.
We've been sleeping in a small bubble for like a week, so I'd be okay with like sleeping in a room with somebody else. It's much nice. I mean, the bubble is very nice, Roshan. But you know a bed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A bed is definitely a nice step up from the floor, if nothing else, but Roshan certainly did come through for us there. Well, I suppose if no one has any objections, let's go on for 3 double bedrooms, and
That'll be 9 silver.
and a pin and a drink.
All right then. So 9 silver for the rooms. Tell me which room to send this gold piece to. And then 2 copper for the drink.
All right.
Roshan. Roshan, why does the pin cost so much money? I have an extra one if she needs some sewing. What?
I'll tell you in a bit over some drinks.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So that works out to about 2 gold. Am I braining that correctly? Is that about 2
you're
gold
right.
total?
Yeah.
Because, like, Nana literally only has 8 gold pieces to her name. She doesn't have change.
Splurging for the night in. Yeah, if you throw 2
Uh-huh.
down, it'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. Then, yeah.
You
Nana
throw
will
down money.
indicate which.
3 keys are set down. She kind of motions for you to point to a key. Also, what sort of gist are we going for here?
Oh, well. What's on tap?
Oh, we're very inclusive here.
You got elven ladyboys? Like,
Oh my god.
Literally, you name something, we probably have it.
Well, if you happen to have anyone available, female, really any sort of persuasion.
All right, I think I can figure something out.
Thank you.
Give me about an hour. I'll give you time to
Certainly.
settle in, have a drink, have a good time. Is anybody else looking for drinks or pins?
Sled storage.
Do you have any milk?
Yes.
I just like,
Oh my
are you looking
God.
for drinks or pins? Where do I put my sled? Do you have any milk?
Yes, these are both things that need to be attended to.
Well, we have a horse stable. We could set it up in there for you. Somebody watches that during the night. I won't charge you because it's not a horse and nobody has to feed it. So I'll have somebody take that if you're interested.
I'll take it.
All right, it's just around the back. Good to go. Tell the ostler that I said free of charge. They might believe you, can't promise. Milk. So when you go out and give your sled to the ostler, ask him to milk the cow, please.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Saga, will you go out with Gorbjorn to do that then, or?
Yeah. Well, sure. Do you need my help? Oh, do I need to milk the cow? Is it you pick? Oh,
Just
or
come with me.
Both of you
Love this
step
part.
out. Nana, as you're starting to divvy out keys and handing them off to people, a drink is set in front of you. And you can see, like, kind of off to the side, gripping the table intensely tight, is Bragi.
Oh dear.
You can hear, like, kind of like wheezing inhale of breath as he glances around. And he looks to be a bit pale in the face and like a little sweaty.
Nana will kind of slide over next to Bragi and kind of motion for another drink and kind of motion towards Bragi, and I guess she'll somehow get some change for another drink. I don't know.
Yeah, she definitely has tabs available. It's easy enough to kind of get a drink your way. A drink is brought over by another barmaid, who gives you both a little wink and makes her way back to the bar. Bragi is kind of just a bit wide-eyed and tense.
Bragi,
I think
you look a little green under the gills. Are you all right?
I feel like I'm dying.
Feel like you're what?
Like I'm dying.
Like you're what? How?
I do not know what's wrong.
Can I like look him over and like sort of get a sense for like, does this look like he's dying, or does this maybe look like he's experiencing something that feels a lot like dying?
Honestly, I'm not gonna make you roll medicine, even though it'd be funny if you rolled poorly and we're like, oh my god, he's dying. But
Oh.
I think it is very apparent to you, because you've seen this man on the verge of death. You think it's the panic attack. You think it's something akin to some sort of like, you don't know if it's social anxiety, but to you, this kind of tenseness, this paleness, sweating, like inability to breathe, like a bit of fear in the eyes. You think it's some sort of panic attack, anxiety attack, something like that?
I'll kind of like set a hand gently on Bragi's shoulder and kind of murmur to him, I think maybe you might feel a little better if we moved either over to a table to one side, or perhaps if there's any seating a little less crowded, or we could perhaps walk up to a room where it'll be a little quieter.
Thank you. I'm going to step outside for a moment.
Take your time and take a drink with you.
Bragi takes the drink and looks at it, kind of gives you a bit of a nod, downs it instantly, like it's barely alive for a second. The drink is gone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That Odin sun life.
Yep.
So puts the drink down and kind of shaky. You can see that his hands are shaking a bit, makes his way outside. Meanwhile, two people are going to talk to an ostler about housing their sled and getting some milk. Easy enough. The guy believes you.
Well, before we even get there and we're kind of like on the side of the house, if there's nobody peering, I wanted to like go, Saga, look at this, and pull out the necklace for a bit.
Is it glowing?
What?
Saga, you look at this necklace and it just illuminates in front of your eyes, just shines brightly and has like those like kind of colorful speckles around it, and just is so shiny, very magically so.
What do you mean is it glowing? Oh my, you're gonna hurt my eyes. Well, where did you get that?
I'll put it away.
What was that?
I don't know.
Did it just appear in your pocket?
Yeah.
Or... Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Someone
very
gave it to me.
interesting. Oh. Wait, but somebody put it in your pocket?
Yeah, they're super nice.
Oh, well, that was very nice of them. Yeah. I mean, well, what if it was like cursed? Well, no, they couldn't be. Nobody would do that. That would be so mean. Well, that's very interesting. I mean, we could maybe ask Loria or some. Oh, I met Loria. I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding. She's not Lady Satyr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's just a ghost. But that's fine, Loria. It's okay.
She gives a nod.
Assuming that's where she was, it's just like,
Sorry, Loria, but ghosts scare me. Magic scare me.
Saga, you look at Loria. and you watch as she sort of kind of steps back, and you watch as she disappears.
I can't do anything, right?
She left. I think she was a little sad because she thought she made you angry. And that's why you gave me the ring. Were you angry?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure. I tried to tell her, but I
Here,
think
let's
she
go
is. Sorry.
Let's just go get your milk.
Okay.
You can go to put up your sled and get some milk. The guy just sort of milks this cow and then gives you a bucket.
Wow.
That's a lot of milk.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You guys get that? He like puts up your sled and he kind of like puts it in a stable, unsure what to do, and he's like, "There you go. I'll hold on to her." Nana, you are drinking a drink. Roshan, Fen, what are you guys doing during this our first adventure back into civilization?
Roshan, I'm embarrassed to say this. I have no money. I have no money. I'd like to have a drink. Can you provide?
Of course. I will hand you a gold piece and say,
How much is this? This is one money.
God.
That is 50 drinks.
50 drinks. I don't need 50 drinks. I can't drink 50 drinks.
I challenge you to drink 50 drinks.
Do it.
Well, I can't be beaten. I can't be beaten at anything. I will drink my 50 drinks on your money. With your money. Challenge accepted.
Enjoy.
Will you drink 50 drinks as well? Or is it just to see if I can do it?
I'll drink as many as I can.
All right, let's go. I'll drink more than you.
I will referee
All right.
until I must step away.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys come back in with your bucket of milk. He considers 50 drinks, so.
This is wonderful. You can't get milk like this in certain places because it'll just spoil. You have to get it fresh, and so it's a delicacy.
Miss Tavern Keeper, I would like a drink for my friend and myself.
All right, not a problem. That'll be 4 copper.
And I'll put the gold piece down. This is meant to be many drinks. I'm not sure how many I'll need, but many drinks will flow thus forth. And for my friend and myself.
Well, then I agree. That's many drinks. Let's get started, and we'll see how much of it you use up, and maybe you'll get something back, or you can use it for something else later. How about that?
All right, good speaking. Thank you. Drinks, please.
She kind of looks you over and gives you a nod, and pours.
Nana usually orders these drinks. Why? Nana,
You're doing wonderfully.
I tell Nana
You're
when I want to
doing
drink, and she
wonderfully.
brings it back. Why are you making me order? Is this to put me on a disadvantage? Roshan, are you cheating?
We're expanding your horizons, Fen.
All right. It's fine. I've never been bested. I've never had a drinking competition, but I'll not be bested at this. No one's bested me at hunting. Drinking and hunting cannot be so different.
So here's what I'm gonna say.
Except for the
I want to join.
jackalope. You did slay the jackalope, Nana.
Yes, I did.
I've not yet found one, let alone slown one. I cannot. Anyhow, let us drink.
All right, yes.
I want to join the competition, but I'll drink the bucket of milk.
Oh my
What a
Oh no,
God,
that's even worse.
She won't be able to poop for weeks!
No, I'd be
I
drinking
don't
a
think
milk.
that's going to be a problem in a couple minutes. Okay, you all start drinking. I'm going to assume that personally, I'm going to say, Fen, you do not need to roll any con rolls because you are about to get so shitty. Roshan, how shitty we talking? Multiple drinks?
Roshan's going to pace himself, and when he brings back drinks, like he'll go every other time, he'll bring back one blue dolphin in the same vessel as Fen's, and we'll give the alcoholic drink to Fen.
Okay, anybody who is having 2 or more drinks, besides Fen, who is going to best this competition, I would like con rolls, please. Saga, I'd also like a con roll, please.
Okay.
Nana will stop herself at 3 drinks because she doesn't want to be sloppy for her pin. But yeah, she'll put it at 3.
Am I rolling for lactose intolerance?
We're rolling for something.
If you drink, you've never heard of the gallon of milk challenge? Where
Yeah,
like,
Saga,
Oh God! Oh, poor Saga.
Is this a saving throw? Or
no, I'm not doing saving throws.
Okay.
Just con. What do you got, Saga?
13.
Okay. Who else is drinking? What do you guys got?
I have a 12.
That's an
8.
8.
Yes.
Gorbjorn, you drinking?
Actually, I'm afraid of taking off my helmet around so many people. I would actually ask for the room key and food to be sent to my room.
That's
Okay.
fair.
You make your way upstairs
fair.
while everybody else
Oh, boy.
drinks way too much alcohol and way too much milk.
Missing
Oh,
all the
God.
fun.
Is Broggy joining?
Broggy, you don't see him around.
Oh.
He went outside earlier.
Oh, I should probably check on him before I go hide in a room.
Broggy wasn't feeling very well earlier. He wanted to step outside, get some fresh air. I think he'll be all right, but he was looking a bit ill.
Okay. I see him again. If I see him again, I'm gonna talk to him.
Okay. So this is how I do intoxication, everybody. Welcome to Jillian Talks About Intoxication.
Jillian talks about intoxication. Say that 10 times fast.
No.
If you fail, which a couple of you have, which would be Roshan and Fen, who I have decided has already failed, I need
Good
you
night,
to
sweet
either do
prince.
something that you would consider stupid or something you would consider to be out of character. So at some point in the night, I would like that, please. Thank you.
How far are we into this? How many drinks? How many hours are we?
I mean, you guys were basically going for as long as you can survive. So I'm going to say you're a bit into it. There's a point where you're at least an hour in because a young woman with kind of like dark red tied up hair, wearing a bit of a barmaid's dress, comes up to Nana and places a hand on the shoulder and like whispers in her ear, "Do you want to go upstairs?"
I would love to. Yes, please. Thank you. You boys have fun. Don't drink each other completely under the table.
And you are escorted upstairs with this woman. Saga, you are at a point where you've been trying to keep up with drinks milk-wise,
Oh no.
and you know, you feel it deep in your bones, which are now so healthy, that if you drink one more milk, you are going to throw up everywhere. You are on the edge of your milk threshold. You are milk tipsy, and the next step is like milk blackout. You're
Oh my god!
Boo. What is everybody else doing? Are they still drinking? I don't.
Oh yeah, they're all still drinking.
I don't want to be a part of the fun though.
Oh no! Saga!
I'll pour myself one more milk, and I'll drink it super slowly.
Saga,
Just really slowly.
Saga,
What?
you've got markings on your face. You've got swirly markings. I have markings too. I have stripes. I only know elves and Alve.
Those are all correct observations.
I only know elves who have markings on their face. Are you part elf?
No, not that I know of, I don't think. I mean, I don't know who my parents are, or, really anything else about myself, but...
You don't have elf ears, so you can't be. But why do you have stripes on your face? The people I know with stripes on their face are elves.
That is a very good question.
Do you know where your stripes come from? Do you have an elf grandfather? Your
Well-
elf was something.
You see, I don't know my parents, and then I also don't know my grandparents, or anyone else, who is in my family. Mostly because I don't know where I came from.
But you don't have elf ears. And Fen like reaches out and grabs her ears.
Oh!
You don't
Fen
have
is
elf ears.
initiating
You can't be an
touch.
elf. You can't be an elf. You're not an elf. But it's so interesting that you've got the markings on your face. That's...
Well, it's actually not just on my face, and she'll pull up her sleeve. It's all over her arm. And then she'll like stick her leg out, and she'll pull down her stocking. It's all down her leg, and yeah, they're all over. And I'm assuming it was a gift from Lady Satyr, to let everybody know that I'm one of her chosen. Other than that, I'm not sure.
But I got stripes, and Lady Satyr didn't give them to me. Someone. I was born with these stripes. Did you have those when you were born?
Well, you see, I don't remember. I don't know anything about myself. Well, why?
What about your parents? Did your parents have stripes?
Saga, you're 3 seconds away from
Fen does not at all register that you say you
Saga,
don't.
you are seconds from vomiting.
Oh gosh!
Oh, no.
I grab my milk bucket.
Oh no!
Oh
And you vomit directly back into this milk bucket.
Is she poisoned? She have poison.
Yeah, that's poison.
Don't.
Milk poisoning.
Where's Broggy? Broggy, the one thing we can count on him for is to protect Saga from poison, but he's not here.
I think I'm done with milk.
I think everyone's done with that milk. Take it away.
Roshan will hand her his actual drink and say, "This will make it taste better."
Will it?
Do you mean to put it in the bucket, or do you mean to just drink it?
Yeah, just drink it. You're not drinking whatever's in the bucket anymore.
I don't think so either. Try it. Oh gosh. It's rather strong.
Yeah, it's a bit strong. It's a little sweet, like if you focus really hard on it, but it's not very tasty.
I don't know about that one, Roshan.
They get good once you have about 3 of them.
I guess I'll take your word for it, but... well, Fen, can you tell me about what is the... You said elves have the stripes. Why do they have the stripes?
I don't know. I was born with the stripes. It's not always stripes. My mother had the stripes. My father had spots. Nettle had spots. She had dappling. They call it dappling, like a doe, like a fawn, like a small deer.
That sounds pretty.
Had those. That reminds me. I need elves. Elves. All the elves had spots and stripes and brindling. All of them had that. Elves. I need to speak. And I turned to the bartender.
Hello
Are
there.
there elves here? I need an elf. Is there an elf? Can you get me an elf?
When you say you need an elf, Are you looking for elven companionship?
Yes, I need an elf to be my friend. Just for the night. I just need to speak to someone, an elf, just to be my friend for the night. That's all. Just someone, just for the night. It's not. I don't need someone to follow me on the road. I just want someone, just for now.
Right,
An
right.
elf. Yeah, the elves around here. Can you provide an elf?
Here's my question. Would a half-elf disappoint you?
I think that a half elf would not meet my needs. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me check. Go ahead and give me your 1 gold, and I can go figure that out for you.
Here's the gold.
I'm assuming he got it from Roshan.
Currently, you do not have another gold unless you.
I don't know what a gold is. I just know I have a coin, and I just.
Yeah, you gave your first coin, which was a gold.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you at least have probably a copper on hand, even if it's just in the depths of your pocket. You pull out a copper and put it out. She kind of looks at you, and like looks down at the coin, and then like looks at your drink in hand, and then she like looks over at Roshan. Excuse me, could you throw gold over here for your friend?
So Roshan,
he's a good man. He's a good man, Roshan.
Roshan's stupid thing that he's doing.
Halo. He's a good man.
Okay.
Roshan's stupid thing that he's doing is he's gonna get out a few gold and say, "Everyone in the bar drinks nuts tonight."
Everyone instantly cheers.
Oh my god!
Throwing up of hands and excitement, a few claps on the back.
And I stumble over and give the bartender 3 gold.
Well, looky there. And she kind of puts one off to the side. There's your gold piece. Do you know which room you're staying in?
I've not seen any rooms aside from the one we're in. Where's...
I'm assuming he was probably given one of the keys.
So am I not bunking with Fen then? Because I have the key to
well,
the room.
that's true. That's a good question.
I guess you're about to just walk into that room with somebody, but we'll see how that goes when we get there. All right. Do you have a gender preference?
I said tall ears. Long ears, full elf.
All right, if those are the guidelines, I think I can work with that.
Thank you.
All right, you head up to your room. Actually, this will be easier. If you stand by the steps, an elf will come to you and help you up the stairs.
Thank you. You're most gracious. I appreciate it. I tip the hat that I don't wear.
He tips his hat, and then you make your way over to the steps to wait. Gorbjorn, doing anything in particular, or just enjoying a night in a bed?
So, I would have been had taken off my helmet and been looking really intensely at this necklace and been really tempted to put it on, but the moment he gets kind of close to doing it, a knock comes out the door, which is his food, and he scrambles back his helmet and takes the food and water and whatnot into his room, and then he starts to question himself of how much fear he's acting in himself. So he wants to take out the golden bowl and put the water in it and start to drink from that.
Oh.
See if he can face his fears again.
What? You absolute man!
What the fuck is going on tonight?
I love it.
You guys!
Y'all crazy.
You all just need a cup of milk and you need to go to bed.
Yeah! Not that milk, though!
No.
I will get back to you in a moment, Gorbjorn. As you take the golden bowl, fill it with new water, and then drink from it. Roshan, you are now you have made so many friends in this moment as people cheers you and they clack your drinks together. We'll go and grab you a drink because they know it's on your tab. Anna, you're upstairs. Saga, is there anything you want to do? As the party starts to pick up a good bit, people are starting to get sloppy.
Oh, does Roshan look like he's busy? Oh, what is he?
Roshan, how do you look?
I mean, Roshan is probably gregariously talking with 3 or 4 different people.
Oh, well, that's not great. I guess there's a little bit too much going on. I don't want to get bumped and do some strange magics, so I might just go back up to a room or go find Broggy. Actually, I should go find Broggy. Yeah.
All right, you step outside and you can see, because there's a few people outside the tavern talking and drinking. So you see, like, a building over is Broggy sitting on, like, a box with, like, his head in his hands as he kind of, like, rubs his temples.
Yeah, I'll head over to him and do some minor illusion jellyfishes kind of around him to try to cheer him up.
He notices the jellyfish before you get there, and he kind of props himself up. And he smiles over at you. Hello.
Hi.
Something's wrong with me, and I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Oh. Do you feel okay? Are you sick? Did you drink any milk?
I have not had any milk.
Okay, good.
I've learned things today about milk.
Ooh. It must be respected.
A few thousand years ago, I would have said that this was my, one of my favorite places to be, and the second I walked inside, I felt as if I was being constricted.
Oh.
So, I thought it was just my magic that was broken. I am mistaken.
You know, it might be. See, I travel on my own a lot, so being around people is really nice because it's good to be with people. But then when there's a lot of people, it's really overwhelming because you're not used to it. I'm guessing it's because you've been on your own for a long time.
You're probably right. It's just going to take some time. I have time.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in that bar right now, and I'm not really. It's not really my kind of thing. And she holds out her hand. Do you want to go for a walk on the beach or something?
I would really appreciate that. And he takes your hand.
Yeah. And then I'm like, Gloria, you can join us if you want to. And then
Just a peek from around one of the corners, reappearing, and Loria kind of skips behind the two of you as you make your way to the shoreline. Roshan, you are slowly, steadily getting incredibly drunk. A lot of your tolerances have kind of taken a hit because drinking has not been super readily available. Tordrekt's done his best. You know, he did what he could. So you get drunk a lot faster. Go ahead and roll me a luck roll, Roshan.
Oh, that's a net 20.
Ooh. You get to that point, because the thing is, I'm sure everybody here except Saga and maybe some other people, it really depends. You guys are a flip of the coin sometimes. If people have just been blackout drunk. Roshan, you could see that in your future. You could see just completely passing out.
He will, once he knows that point is coming, he will go upstairs to knock on a room door. We didn't work out where he was sleeping, so it might be in a room occupied with 2 people already.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say, so first off, let me do a thing real quick. Fen, you are approached by what you could only assume is a high elf.
Ooh.
You've kind of got a handle on this. You're pretty sure this is a man, but he's incredibly pretty. It's one of those just like those androgynous high elf guys. And he makes his way over and he kind of looks at you and he gives you like a soft smile and like kind of like places a hand on your shoulder.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't.
Apologies. Would you like to go upstairs and have company?
Yes, let's go talk somewhere. You and I. Please.
Of course.
Are you learned? Are you a learned elf?
I suppose it depends. I'm learned of some things.
I need answers. Thank you.
Of course. Let's go. You both make your way up. He makes sure not to touch you. Let's roll that D4, Jillian.
Ooh.
It's only 4 rooms?
Well, if I roll a 4, it doesn't count, which I did. 4 again. 4 again, I'm in hell. Okay.
That's the empty room.
Kicks open a door. This one. The room you walk into is the one with Gorbjorn. Gorbjorn, you are laying on the bed, eyes wide. So this is from the point of view is Gorbjorn laying on the bed, staring at the ceiling, just kind of unmoving. You can see like the rise and fall of his chest, and the elven man kind of looks over your shoulder. Is this the right room?
My room.
Yep.
This is my room. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with him. It's just something I need from you. That's.
Of course. He goes in and he closes the door and kind of takes a seat in a chair next to the bed. All right. We can talk. Meanwhile, Gorbjorn, earlier you drank from this bowl. Getting kind of concerned with the fear that is inside of you, and it's time to face it again. You're sitting on the bed, and something compels you to start walking. And you feel your feet move as they kind of walk through the room. And your second compulsion is to take off your helmet. You take off your helmet, and you open the door, and you walk down the stairs into this tavern, which is a swirling mass of faces and colors and places, and you hear whispers in the shadows, and you feel eyes on you.
Nobody's like saying anything? Or
Nope.
like at me though? Just like to themselves?
Yeah, there just seems to be murmured whispers around you, and as you walk, it's sort of the people part like a sea as you walk through them, face fully exposed. And you hear whispering. It sounds like a woman's voice, a shrill woman's voice that's whispering in the shadows, very angry and stern. And you see yourself now holding your sword, and you see Saga in front of you. And you watch as just flashes of other people's faces over your own. You can see them just inches from your face. You see different ghosts, like masks over your own face as you stand in front of Saga, who looks at you so incredibly terrified. And you hear just murmuring in your ears, "Do it. Kill her. Do it now. We have to get out of here."
No!
Just screaming. And you feel like your arms being pulled by these ghosts as you fight against them. How about you roll me an athletics real fast?
Oh boy! 10.
All right. You scream no, and you see, like, you can sort of tell you're in a bit of a dream. It's not as effective as the original was. Like, you can tell, like, you're like, I understand what's happening. And it's kind of like hallucination light. And so you're kind of aware that this is happening as you fight against this, as you try. It's just Saga, like crumbles to the floor and is crying as you try not to stab her. As it feels like these ghosts are just moving into your bones. You can feel them just like inside each joint of your fingers, that they are consuming you fully. And you scream no and like kind of punch forward. And Fang, you watch as this elf is looking over at Gorbjorn as Gorbjorn full on like punches the wall.
Okay.
And, like, busts a bit of a hole in it. Oh.
He is just ignore him. He's
Drunk.
angry. He's always angry. Just ignore him. We can go to another room. We can go outside. We can I only have questions. That's all.
I truly hope I can answer those questions for you. And he kind of tries to pull his focus away from Gorbjorn, who is just kind of like fighting the air and just kind of like holding it in his hand and like pulling it away, pushing it away, and yelling. It's kind of murmured under his breath, but in his mind is just screaming.
Sure.
He is always violent. He's always.
Well, that makes
He means well. Just
By the way, my helmet isn't on.
Yeah, no, this
Okay.
elf is fully clocked what's going on. Well, if I will tell you, if I at any point start to feel unsafe, I will go. But for now, I feel just fine. And kind of turns their attention back to you. On the beach. Not to keep hip-hopping around, but you guys have so much going on.
We do. It's a beach episode. What you gonna do?
Meanwhile, on the beach, Broggy has seemed to calm down a bit. Finally relaxing. He sort of looks out at the sky, and you can see all these beautiful stars that were just kind of covered either by trees or fog or clouds in the valley. And for the first time, you can look up at a clear sky, sparkling brightly. And you watch as a shooting star flies across the sky. And you hear Broggy murmur under his breath, "Oh no."
Oh.
And he looks over at you. And he looks incredibly sad.
Oh. What's wrong?
If these visions are true.
Of course they are.
Yes. Then I have to go that way. And you watch as he motions his hand through the sky in the direction that the shooting star went.
Oh. You have to.
There wasn't a time limit on it. I'll make note of the direction. That should be fine. Go ahead.
Well, I really enjoy your company. I like you in the group. But if you have to go, it's okay. I understand. That's how it is with the prophecies. You have to follow them. They have to come true.
Right. I know the direction now. I think I'll give it a minute, maybe give myself time to at least get used to this place, and then maybe we will part ways.
I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to you fulfilling your prophecy, Lady Satyr. I think that's going to be wonderful.
Thank you. I think you are going to find what you're looking for, even if you don't know what it is. I think there are so many things for you to see and experience, and they're so close.
I've seen quite a lot walking around. What do you mean I'm looking for something? I mean, I'm looking for the end of the prophecy, but what do you mean?
I think you are very special, and
Well, so are you. You're a god.
that's not very special.
What?
No. There's strength, and there is magic, and there is endless days, and death that may never come, or maybe I will turn into a horrible mountain. I don't know. I do not know if death is something that will come for me, but in one of my visions, I saw you finding something. And your smile was incredibly genuine. And I hope you find that. I truly do. Also, there is a cat. I want you to not trust it. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. I like cats. Is it, do you have any other information?
It is, I think you'll be able to tell there is something. It is not a normal cat. It seems malicious. These visions are incredibly difficult to comprehend. If you see a malicious cat, I just want you to be aware.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm sure I'll find whatever that is that you're talking about. I'm sure I'll be very happy. I mean, maybe it'll be you. Maybe you'll be there when we reunite later, when you're done your prophecy.
I think we will find each other again. I think that is the path I walk.
Yeah. I also, I mean, I don't think you're gonna die, and I don't think you're gonna turn into a giant mountain. I think if you were to turn into anything, it'd be a very beautiful song, because that's what you always play.
Thank you very much, Saga. Time was a bit of a blur for a while, and it still is to an extent, but it is now full of memories and moments, and not that door. So again, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too. I love memories. I like making them, and I don't like forgetting. I really don't like forgetting. So I'm glad you're here and everything.
Have you already forgotten something?
Yeah, I think so. I've forgotten it, so I don't know, but I think I've forgotten a lot.
I do not want to make assumptions, as we have spoken in detail on that. If your lady is a goddess, I must know her. We are not good, Saga.
Of course you are. You're helping.
That's what we do. Yes, we help, and then we twist, and then we break, and we get jealous, and we get angry, and we ruin things, and I just not just from me. I want you to be aware of this from your god, that she is not infallible. She is a person.
Well, I like to think that people are good. So, she's probably a good person. She is a good person. She is a good person.
I believe you. My lady is a good person.
Yes, Our Lady is a very good person. I love Lady Satyr.
I'm sure she loves you as well. And he looks back up to the sky, and just kind of a little bit of a frown as he looks off into the distance where the shooting star went, and that will be where we stop for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Just a nice episode of everybody coming to town, talking to each other, finding out some things about each other, and getting incredibly, incredibly shitty.
The shit face is just equally distributed amongst everyone.
Incredibly drunk, having a good time, living their best lives. It is what it is.
Whether it's milk drunk or alcohol drunk. Or weird fear juice drunk.
If you guys are everybody's drinking something today. If you guys are interested in keeping up with us, or you want to see some art, because we have a lot of that going around, at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you follow us, you'll get information, get to see some art, get to see some cool stuff like that. What is happening tomorrow? I have to say it this time. Oh no, I didn't prepare for that. Legends of Theia is tomorrow at a time that is probably 7 or 8 Central.
Scott would know, but he's gone off with the fairy voices, so.
Yeah, so sadly, Frank is not here to tell us the thing, but if you got
Frank, you are correct. Why did I say Scott?
Yeah, I don't know.
Never mind, don't listen to me.
Here.
I've also gone off with
Frank
the fairy voices.
DMs a show on Tuesdays at 8 Central Time, where there seems to be a bit of a mystery, and it seems maybe they drink and have a bit more fun than the deep gloom of what is Mondays.
Well, this hasn't been very much gloom, to be fair.
A little bit. It's just a sprinkle. There's like
Mondays for the sad boys.
Yeah, there's just a group of sad boys. Abby, what's happening on Wednesday?
Well, on Wednesdays I play Olivia the Angry Elf, and some crazy stuff happened last episode. There was a marriage proposal. I'm not that happy about it, but you can have your own opinion. Watch at 7:30 on Wednesdays.
You're entitled to your own opinions about this proposal. Find out on Wednesday.
Kieran's a dick. Kieran's a dick.
Yep, yep.
Fen, you're drunk.
No, not Fen. Kyle.
Kyle,
I'm
you're also
in
drunk.
sober. Kieran's a dick.
So on Saturdays, we have our spooky nights. I do not believe this Halloween we are going to have anything going on, but we are going to have some reruns of our spooky shows, which are Vampire the Masquerade and Call of Cthulhu, which for Call of Cthulhu, we just finished our first case.
We sure did.
We're not bitter or sad about anything.
Not at all. None of it.
Feel good. So if you're interested in that, you could tune in, catch up on all of that in one go while you eat a bunch of candy. Live your best life. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Some of us might even be hanging out in the chat while you do.
Yeah, we're pleasant.
Most of the time.
You.
We don't bite unless we're vampires.
Unless it's Vampire the Masquerade, then we do.
Yes.
And if you're interested in catching up on all old episodes, you can go find us on YouTube at The Dice Cult. Catch up. We're not that far ahead. We're catching up on 20. So it's only a day's worth of things to watch.
Yeah, you'll be fine. What else do you have to do? It's the apocalypse. Have some D&D. Have some fun.
Some D&D. Have a little fun. Live your best life. Do what you want to do. Once again, thank you guys. We really appreciate you being here and watching. We love just to tell a fun story, and I think we're getting to do that. We will see you guys next time, Monday, same time, same place at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you all so very much for being here, and I'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya, y'all. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.